Alright, what is up, everyone? Now, I've heard a lot of people say that on their videos and their channels, they get a lot of stupid comments and just people being idiots and being immature and trying to troll. Unfortunately for me, I've just never experienced this. I can't imagine people leaving stupid comments or saying dumb things because, frankly, I've never been exposed to it. But I began to think the other day, in the small amount of time I had between getting raped by school, making epic music, and playing video games, of course. What would I say if people actually gave me stupid comments? What would be my reply? How would I handle it? And in order to do that, I had to think of some stupid comments that people may leave. Now, I realize that some people have done videos in the past where they highlighted stupid comments that people have left them and basically, cause those people to get scrutinized for it. And while I believe those people probably had it coming to them, at the same time, those people who posted the videos in the first place got in trouble for it. So, even if I wanted to post people's stupid comments, I couldn't because, YouTube apparently doesn't like people trolling trolls. So, this is definitely not a video made to troll trolls. This is a video of me giving completely hypothetical and completely not real comments that I definitely never got, that I definitely never either deleted off my channel or failed to approve at all because of their stupidity. It's me making up random comments that, again, I never got, and I totally understand that no one would ever be stupid enough to leave, and it's me giving my reactions to those comments. So, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, our first comment would be this. Let's say I posted a video, and the video admittedly had a little bit of lag, and I calmly in the video asked people not to complain about it. Now, let's just say someone just decided to say the word lag in a comment. Now, of course, no one would ever be stupid or dumb enough to, even think of saying that sort of thing. But if they were, I would think something to the effect of, perhaps their education level does not allow them to understand simple words like, please don't complain about this. So, maybe next time I should use smaller words, because obviously the problem lies with me. I'm the one who used the giant words to confuse these small-minded people. If they existed, which they don't, because thankfully I never get any stupid comments. But what if I got another stupid comment that said something like, let's say I was talking in a video about a creepy person who was obviously weird, obviously demented, and possibly a serial killer, and he asked me to come to his prayer meetings. Now, let's say I started out by saying that I don't have anything against religion, and let's say someone was dumb enough to comment and say, well, even though you say you don't have anything against it, I can tell you don't have much for it either. Now, of course, again, no one would ever be stupid enough to say these sort of things, because, first of all, you cannot tell what someone has for religion simply by a simple comment. Well, I can't. Maybe other people have, like, superpowers, they can read minds. I, unfortunately, was not born with those abilities. I guess I'm just defective or a special needs child in that way that I cannot read minds and thoughts from a simple sentence and the precursor to a story in a gaming video. But, nevertheless, I would tell the person who said that, which of course they don't exist because no one ever leaves stupid comments like this, I would tell that person simply, the basis of a lot of the major religions in the world say not to judge others, not to try to force your beliefs on others. So by telling me I don't have much for religion, then that's basically you going against major religious texts. That's basically you judging, which is stupid to do. And, and just doing that, if they had did that, they could have turned, like, freaking the Pope, 20 nuns, and 30 priests into, like, Satanists automatically, like that. Like, they're in hell right now, kissing the flames, thanks to that person. Of course, that person does not exist. I never got this comment. Luckily, I never get stupid comments, because everyone on YouTube is smart and mature. But just in case they weren't, what if I got another comment that said, you're a fag? Now, this is one that's this will be kind of hard to address, because this is so eloquent. And this is so incredibly linguistic, and it's just in the upper echelon of literature. I can almost not even find a way to articulate, the linguistic brilliance of this comment. But if I got it, I would say this comment could be taken one of two ways. One, they're either calling me a slang term for a homosexual, or they are calling me a cigarette. Well, first of all, I love women, and only women. That's pretty much that. You know, I'm not a homosexual in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I love the girls. I got a lot of girls that love me, a lot of girls that hate me too, but, you know, so. I'm also definitely not a cigarette. The last time I checked, I'm a fully functional human being, at least most of the time, unless it's in the morning and I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm definitely not a cigarette. And also, this phrase, there's something very wrong with it. And, you know, it just makes me mad when people say these sort of stupid, insensitive things. If you can see the hate and bigotry in this message, it just boils my blood that people can be this stupid and insensitive and just introverted to use this kind of stuff. What I mean by this is obviously fag is a slang term for cigarette in Europe. And if you have anything against cigarettes, you can just get off my channel right now, because if you are closed-minded and enough of a bigot to criticize cigarettes, I have nothing for you. But luckily no one ever said that, because, like I said, I just don't get these stupid comments. But what if I got a comment that said, "Bitch and cry about my thoughts all you want"? Now let's say the person who left this comment had left me probably a comment per video for my last 20 videos in a certain playlist. Now normally I would welcome comments. I love when people watch my videos, and I love for them to leave their feedback. That's why I don't block comments or disable commenting on my videos. But at the same token, I would like to think that people would realize these are my videos, these are my thoughts, these are my ideas, these are my commentaries. But some people may get carried away, hypothetically of course, and start, you know, telling me, "Oh, I think this about your videos, and this and this and this," and then they may go as far as to say, "Well, you can bitch and cry about my thoughts all you want." Well, the thing is, in order to bitch and or cry about said thoughts, I would have to care about said thoughts, and unfortunately for them, I could not care less about these people if they existed, and if they existed to leave stupid comments like this, which they don't. So I could really not care less. But luckily I never get those, so let's move right along. What if I got a comment that said, "Oh, constant random complaints"? That's a great one. I know a lot of people who get those. I never got those. I've never had people complain. I've never ever had people complaining about bad audio, music being too loud, vocals being distorted, Minecraft lagging, Call of Duty lagging, failing to pick up items in Call of Duty, getting killed in Left 4 Dead, recording Left 4 Dead with a camera, missing an item on Mario, falling down a pit in Mario, criticizing my controller for killing me, or numerous other things. I've never gotten complaints about any of that stuff. So, you know, I wouldn't know anything about that. But if I did, I would basically say, you know, I would calmly take the logical approach. I would click on that person's channel, or their name, and I would look at their videos. And I'm sure just like me, if they're criticizing me, I could learn a thing or two from them. They're obviously so much better than I am. I would look at their, you know, I've recorded about 400 videos in 2 months. I would look at their channel, and obviously they could have probably recorded 4,000 videos in a month, because they're just that good at every video game that ever existed. So I would calmly click their name. Of course, if they didn't have their own videos, or they only had a few, I would just realize they are, you know, probably so stupid that they were the kids forced to wear Velcro shoes and use plastic scissors. But luckily, I never get any complaints. So, but what if I got a comment that said, "You would record with a camera, dumbass"? Let's say that for a few videos I recorded with a camera because I did not have a capture card with me, but I just wanted to get some videos up for my subs, you know, the ones who aren't ass clowns. Well, I could understand people being upset about the quality, unless I clearly left a disclaimer in the video description saying I just wanted to get videos up, that's why I did it, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing, I did not have my capture card, and it will be corrected in the future. But some people still have to be so cute and say this. Well, if a person did leave this, I would probably click on that person's profile, and let's say that I just hypothetically found that they were a channel with 2 videos, one of which was recorded with a capture card, and one of which with, yeah, you guessed it, a camera. If that kind of person ever existed, I would be frightened if they lived in this country, because I would be scared to death that they could be on a jury someday. And that's pretty much all I have to say on that subject. But what if I got a comment that said, "Reply to my messages"? You know, usually if someone doesn't reply to a few messages, it means they're busy. Sending them a message that actually says, "Reply to my messages," is a bit much and is bordering on annoying. Bordering on annoying and heading towards rage-inducing at a fast-paced rate. Now, I've never got any of these pushy messages, but I guess I'm just lucky like that. But if I ever did get one of these pushy messages, I would just say, "Please stop messaging me. so frequently or at all if you're going to turn into a stalker. I'm sure it's easy to get a restraining order, and I will definitely do that if it calls for it. Luckily, I've never had that situation, though, so again, completely hypothetical. I'm just making all this up. And let's say I got a message that said, "You're not too far into the game at this point. You're a noob." Well, let's say I recorded a certain amount of videos, got a few videos behind what the norm would be to get that hack done in the appointed time. Well, I actually looked up a famous LPer on YouTube and looked up his upload rate, how long it took him to get that far in that particular game. Well, I took the number of his videos and multiplied it by the time he took for each video, average time. I also took my number of videos and multiplied it by the average time per video. It equaled up, actually, so I'm not that far behind, but in order to address a comment like this, I would have to be far more technical and far more articulate and think more inquisitively, because people like this who would leave such a smart comment, you know they're going to be geniuses, so you have to approach these people with logic and intelligence. So what I would basically do would be to use a few more equations. I would subtract the number of points that the Dow fell, add the number of minutes that I added onto my alarm clock that morning with the snooze button, subtract the number of times I wrote "kill me" on my paper in international business class this morning, add to that the number of cents that gas went up in the past month, and divide that by the number of stupid comments I get per week about this stuff, and the grand total will come to, oh, that's right, the person who left this comment is an ass clown. That's not me saying that. That's just what popped up on the calculator. Can't really argue with numbers, but that's that. So, that's pretty much it. So, lucky for me, I just don't seem to get any stupid comments. So I hope you enjoyed my video of completely hypothetical situations that could happen if someone were to leave me dumb comments. And if people actually leave me these stupid things in the future, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks for watching.